First, to the massive rescue operation underway in South Korea after a passenger ferry carrying around 450 people sunk off the southern coast. More than 100 people remain missing as dozens of rescue ships and helicopters continue to search the area. The ferry company has confirmed that one of its crew members was killed in the incident. On board were more than 300 high school students travelling to the island of Jeju. South Korea's Vice Minister of Security and Public Administration gave this update on the rescue mission.
18 helicopters were used for the rescue with a firefighting team, Coast Guard, Navy and police. 34 vessels from the Coast Guard and 25 from the Navy were also used.
Well, Al Jazeera's Harry Fawcett is live in Seoul. And Harry, can you tell us what the latest news is from the rescue operation?
Certainly. Well, the latest numbers we have are that 368 people have now been rescued, but that, as you're reporting, one person already confirmed dead by the ferry company. There are as well widely reported on the local media that one other person has died. There are reports that it is a male, possibly a student, part of this school trip party. We're expecting a government news conference in the next few minutes at which that may well be confirmed. That, if true, would leave 107 people still unaccounted for. Some of the images we saw were extremely dramatic, of people being winched from this boat as it was pretty much on its side. And so, although there was a public address announcement on board calling on passengers to jump into the water, certainly some were still on board, even quite late in the course of the capsize. So obviously the concern is that there may well still be people either in the water or indeed trapped. There are a number of dive-capable personnel on site from Navy Special Forces, from the Army, from the Coast Guard, and as you were saying before, or as you heard rather from that soundbite, some 60 vessels nearly involved in it, as well as local fishing boats getting involved as well. So it's a huge operation. The big question is how many more are going to be pulled from the water or indeed found in or near the boat.
Well, the thing is that it's a massive boat, isn't it, Harry? And it went down very quickly indeed. What could possibly have caused such a catastrophic sinking?
That is the big question. We know that the sea conditions were calm at the time. There is a haze, which is extending, it seems, across much of South Korea. It's certainly very hazy in Seoul today. The reports are that visibility was somewhat impaired by haze in and around this accident site as well. So that presumably will be part of the investigation. Passengers reported feeling a very noticeable jolt directly before the capsize began, and so the investigation will center on whether it struck something submerged under the water, whether there was some sort of collision. The initial reports, at least on the Yonhap news agency quoting the Coast Guard, whether it had run aground, but since then officials seem to have been rowing back somewhat from that statement, and the government has certainly said there's no cause yet been established for this. As you say, it's a very large vessel, 6,800 ton, can carry up to more than 900 passengers, 150 vehicles. About half its total possible number of passengers were on board at the time. 324 students, 14 teachers, and about another 100 passengers and about another 30 crew. So yes, the question is exactly how this could have happened on a route which it goes up and down 3 times a week, up and down the western side of the Korean Peninsula. Exactly why on a regular overnight voyage, and this happened in daylight hours just before 9 o'clock this morning, just exactly why this happened.
Thanks very much for the time being. We'll leave it there. Harry Fawcett.